were lined with people awaiting its arrival.
Do you want a piece of chocolate?
And then the very last part of the journey of the Queen's coffin came through the historic heart of Edinburgh, came down the length of the Royal Mile, the street that runs from Edinburgh Castle to the Palace of Holyrood House, which was, of course, the Queen's ultimate destination. And she was greeted again by the Royal Company of Archers as she arrived at Holyrood House. You can see here some of the lengthy journey that was made before she came finally to Holyrood, where her coffin now rests in the throne room and will be there overnight until she leaves again in procession from Holyrood House back up the Royal Mile to St Giles Cathedral. King Charles will be following on foot behind the coffin, with other senior members of the royal family being driven up to the Servants of Remembrance at St Giles. And as the cortege arrived at Holyrood House, we saw other senior members of the royal family, 3 of the Queen's children, Princess Anne, Prince Andrew and Prince Edward, there to greet her. And now you can see just people very slowly beginning to move away the Royal Mile in Edinburgh, which will be thronged with crowds, even more people, I suspect, tomorrow trying to catch a glimpse of the coffin as it makes its way back up the Royal Mile, before lying in state at St Giles Cathedral for 24 hours. So tomorrow afternoon, lying at rest, I should say, will begin in St Giles Cathedral, and people will have their opportunity to file past the coffin before about tea time on Tuesday. The coffin will be flown from Edinburgh Airport to RAF Northolt, and some of the proceedings in London will then commence. But for now, it's people in Edinburgh who had their opportunity to pay their respects and say goodbye to Queen Elizabeth.
When I was there about 3
Sarah,
weeks ago.
many thanks for now. Sarah Smith in Edinburgh. Well, as we stay with these images from the centre of Edinburgh, let's just get some thoughts of the historian Robert Lacey, who's been with me throughout, and the BBC's Martin Geisler. And still, in fact, Martin, it strikes me, still people just, no one is in any hurry. People are moving away, but it feels quiet, contemplative, no one is rushing around. It's been a sober moment, and I guess all of us are absorbing what we've seen today.
It's the kind of day it's been, isn't it? It wasn't a day for rushing anywhere, it wasn't a day for events, it was a day for thoughts and contemplation. And I think that's probably what people, nobody should be in any rush to do anything, stand and chat and get a bit of perspective. I suspect it's what people are looking to do just now, and then gently head off and let the rest of Sunday evening take care of itself, whatever that involves, but with a thought, I suspect, as they go, for what's happened today and what's happened over this remarkable life. We were saying earlier, weren't we, that you know, it was worth taking a moment to think as we watched this cortege. Somebody's brought their corgis. Watch this cortege wend its way through the most beautiful parts of Scotland. That, you know, what we were watching and the moment of history that we were seeing, it really has been something quite remarkable. And I should probably just add my own thoughts to what Sarah said. Scotland, I think, did itself proud today for what it's worth. It looked beautiful and it was respectful, and it was, you know, if this process is to start, and sadly it has to, it started well.
Oh, the corgis.
James Cook mentioned earlier on that somebody had said, I think it was James, that they wanted to know about the corgis. I can't tell you how many people have asked me in the last few days, what do you think will happen to the corgis? There seems to be a bit of an obsession about it, understandably.
Well, that was one of the cartoons, I have to say, that broke me. You might have seen a little sketch cartoon in the Washington Post, and it was just a single corgi on its lead with no one at the end of the lead, and it turned around and was looking backwards. And I can't say any more because as a dog lover, that nearly broke me. And it's a beautiful, simple image that just said, "Where is my owner?"
well, where's my leader and carer? And that's, you know, if one dare interpret, you know, a cartoon, isn't that the message that we're all like Corgi in a sense, those of us
Yes.
who are committed to this, what we've seen today. Corgis are Welsh too, aren't they? So but I mean, people often talk about the Queen of England, and I think today we've really been reminded that that's just one part of what she was. I mean, so glad Martin feels proud and happy, and I think everybody in Scotland watching must feel that. Her love for